sleep, my veins run dry, I'm empty. I can't see, I'm blinded by this concrete. And I should call you, see what you've been up to. I've been wondering, how far did you go in 7 months? I bet you're happy and don't think that much about me. Here I am, not knowing how to move on without you.
Aloha, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are here in Maui. Now, I recorded the video that you'll be watching today. I recorded it 2 days before we left for the islands here. I'm going to go into my room and I'm going to do my voiceover. But first I wanted to bring you out here just so you could see a little bit of Maui. Isn't this gorgeous? We're going to be here for 2 weeks. So my next 2 videos, the voiceover will be done here in Hawaii. And I wanted to be sure that I still got my videos up for you. Okay, so we're going to go inside and I'm going to do the voiceover for the video. I just wanted to share this with all of you. Okay, friends, so we're back here in Texas and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by putting away all of the boxes with the leftover decor that I didn't use this year. If you watched last week's decorating video, then you know that I wanted more of a calm and cozy Christmas. So I have less out, less color, and everything is just much more calm and cozy. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move all these boxes into the little entryway there that goes into our garage, and my husband's going to put those away in the garage for me.
Bet you don't even know my name, but that's okay, I can't blame you. You've got better things to worry about.
As I'm filming this video, I have a lot to get done before we leave on our trip to Hawaii. When we get back here on the 10th, I have to be prepared for our family Christmas party. It's the one that we host every year. We're going to have it Sunday the 18th here. So we host well over 30 people in our home. So there's a lot of things that I've got to get done in order to accommodate that many people. So as I said, this year I chose to have more of a calm and cozy Christmas. And this helps to free up some of my time so that I can focus on the party. So I put it in my schedule to have all the decorating and all the Christmas gift shopping done before I even leave for Hawaii. Now today we'll be wrapping many of the gifts that I've already purchased and that have come in, and then the rest of those gifts I'll be getting while I'm in Hawaii, so I'll wrap those later. Now what you see me doing here is every year I collect all the Christmas wrap that I'm not going to be using for the year, and then I offer it to one of my daughters or daughters-in-law. So all this paper is going to be going to the ladies in our family. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little piece of tape on it so it doesn't unravel and get those to the ladies in our family.
What if I gathered all my confidence? Could I walk right up to you? Be the stranger you've been looking for? No, I know this could never be, but I'm still.
Here are some gifts that I just got at the front door. This right here is the skylight frame. This is going to be for my mother-in-law. All of the kids and the grandkids, and she's got great grandkids, can now use their app and send photos or videos to the skylight frame that she'll have there in her little casita. So I'm excited to get this set up for her. I think she's really going to like it. And then this gift right here is for one of my grandsons. It's a little fun maze. I really like educational gifts. That's what I'm focusing on this year for getting for the grandkids. We're going to be doing fat brain toys and Montessori type toys for the majority of our grandkids. Now the older ones are a little more difficult, but for the younger ones, they'll be getting more of a Montessori type toy this year.
Give it a try. I'm walking towards you, my legs are shaking, I'm in double speed.
So tell me down in the comments, have you gotten all of your Christmas shopping done this year? It feels so good to have all this done in November. I know that when I go home, I have a few gifts to wrap, but other than that, all the shopping's done, and gosh, that feels so good.
Took my chance and held you close, and I followed you back home.
So before I sit down to wrap this evening, I like to go ahead and have the house all cleaned and ready. So I'm getting the dishes cleaned up, everything put in the dishwasher. I want to get these counters cleaned off, get some extra things done, so that way when I'm sitting and wrapping, I'm not thinking about anything that's sitting in that kitchen or needing to throw some stuff in the wash or anything like that. I can just focus on those gifts.
And I'll follow you back home. If I could be somebody else, I would be your Romeo, and I would never let you go. Maybe I could be your stranger. Maybe I could be your stranger. Oh, come on, man, I know you can do it. Stop staring in the mirror, you act like a loser.
I really like these Stanley thermos cups. This one right here is Madeline. She left it here, so I'm going to wash it for her. And then she bought me that blue one. Now, I don't put mine in the dishwasher. I know that some people do, but I've also heard that you probably shouldn't put them in the dishwasher. So I go ahead and just hand wash mine and set it here on the side. And by the time I go to bed at night, it's all dry and I can set it up and, you know, take everything off of the counters and set it over to the side and refill it for the morning.
Followed you back home. No need to be somebody else. I can be your Romeo, and I will never let you go.
I've noticed that this coffee area has gotten a bit grungy, so I'm going to go ahead and clean all of this. I'm going to take the coffee pot off of this rolling tray, get this cleaned up, and then I'm going to be cleaning the coffee pot. I like to use, you know, about 3, 4, 5 cups of vinegar, distilled vinegar, and I pour it in there and I just let it run through. Then I reuse that vinegar and pour it back in there, and I do this 2 or 3 times. Then I'm going to do a whole pot of water and let that run through. Now I'm going to be having a coffee station for the party. So I want all this to be nice and clean, and I want to go ahead and descale the coffee pot so that way everything is nice when we pull out our coffees for the party.
It's been raining for days now, been running like a child. Can't feel the cold, well I'm lost here with you, lost in the woods, lost as I should. I barely see the sky now, we're safe under the trees. You tell me about your secrets and I'm falling madly, you catch me right. I'll be alright. It's all that matters really, as long as you please.
Okay, so I'm pulling out Scrub Daddy's Power Paste, and I'm going to clean the little hot plate here in the coffee pot. This thing gets really dirty, gets baked on there. I'm never able to get it nice and shiny, but it does feel good to get any crud off of there that might be stuck.
Yeah, my fault, I think I like it out of control. Once in a while I act like no one knows me, while blinking with my eyelids closed. Nothing that I change about this moment forevermore.
Okay, so I'm going to keep a good eye on that, but while that's dripping, I'm going to go ahead and clean the sponge here off of this power paste. And then I'm just going to keep continuing to clean the kitchen. And as that filters through, I'll be adding it back in and filtering it through. I think I do it like maybe 2 or 3 times, probably about 3 times. And then I go ahead and I do the pot of water.
And for you to pull me back somewhere I don't belong without goodbyes. Made up my mind. It's all that matters really.
So in next week's video, I'm going to be talking about tips and tricks on hosting a Christmas party. So I'm getting everything cleaned up because I'm also going to be filming for next week's video right after I film this video. So everything's going to be nice and clean. I'm going to pull out all the things that I use to host a Christmas party.
Yeah, my fault and I think I like it. I don't know. Why so I act like no one knows me? While back here with my eyelids closed. Nothing that I change about this moment forevermore.
So it's been raining a lot in Texas, so you're going to notice that the lighting's going to go wonky every now and then. Now, I have been replacing my bulbs with more of a soft white bulb. It just makes it easier when I film. Like right here, I don't even have any lights on. I'm just using the lights that are from outside, and of course any, like the little lamp back there. But other than that, I don't have the above lights on because it makes a very yellow cast in my videos, and then I have to go and edit all that out. Now you will see where I have to turn on the lights, and you're going to see that yellow cast. Then I go around and I go into the dining room and I try to change out the light bulbs into a more soft white light bulb, and I ended up getting the wrong type of the light. The little screw thing that goes in is the smaller one instead of the bigger one, so I have to replace those with the bigger ones, so that way I can have light there in the dining room when I need it, and it's not that ugly yellow light. But you can see right here I've had to turn on the kitchen lights, and now it's yellow, and then wait till you see the dining room. Those lights are very yellow.
In my dreams we always fight, 'cause we never worked it out. It just kinda slipped through our hands. And I never really said that you hurt me, no, instead I just try to understand. It was so exhausting, so I lost it, had to make it stop. Didn't really feel like giving you the chance to make it up. You asked me what's the problem.
So I ended up taking out that leaf in my table to shorten it some. Now I'm not sure if I'm going to need it for the party. We don't plan on having anybody, have a sit-down meal at the party. However, there might be people who want to sit down and eat, so I may put it back in. Not too sure yet. And then those decorations on the table, the grandkids like to use those buildings and things like that, and they thought it would be cute to put it around the little Christmas tree there. So I haven't taken it down yet, but that's not what the decor on the table will look like for the party. Anyways, okay, I'm going to go back to the coffee maker, and I'm going to pour it back in there and then let it run again.
You could buy my love, but I don't want that at all. You know I don't care about that.
So now I'm going to head in the living room, and I want to get that tidied back up. I also want to vacuum the rug because, as you know, I get lots of fur, and I don't want to be sitting on that carpet wrapping gifts with a bunch of fur down there. Have you ever done that? There's nothing worse to me than when the fur gets stuck into the tape. That happens to me all the time, and it probably will happen again today, but I'm going to try to prevent it by vacuuming first. This blanket that I'm folding is technically a Christmas blanket. However, I've been keeping it out all year. I just really like the color, And unless you get really close to it and see that it says Merry Christmas on it, you really can't tell.
Looking back, what a messed up time it was. Figured out how to leave, and I'm glad because now I know how it goes. Looking back, what a messed up time it was. Figured out how to leave, and I'm glad because now I know.
Okay, so I'm going to use my Method Daily Granite Cleaner, and I'm going to go ahead and clean off these marble tables.
Yourself. Thought that you could buy my love, but I don't want that at all. You know I don't care about that. It was so exhausting, so I lasted, had to make it stop. Didn't really feel like giving you the chance to make it up. You asked me what's the problem, to be honest, it was you. Why is that true? It really was such a bad plan, 'cause I really think you wanted me to stay. Everything you did, it finally pushed me away. Looking back, what a messed up time it was. Figured how to leave, and I'm glad because now I know how it goes. Looking back, what a messed up time it was. Figured out how to leave, and I'm glad because now I know. It really was such a bad plan, 'cause I really think you wanted me to stay.
Alright, so I'm pulling out my Dawn Power Wash, and I'm going to quickly clean the stove top. I got some stuff on here from when I made dinner, so I just want to get everything cleaned off before I start wrapping those gifts.
So many heartbreaks, goes back to 2014, and I think that she knows it. And if you
It always works better if you just allow your cleaner to work for you. What you need to do is spray it and let it sit for just a little bit, and then go back and clean it. This is called dwell time. You want to give it, enough dwell time to sit there and work for you. So that way all you have to do is just come in and wipe things up.
the way she's moving makes them want it so bad. Gets the attention that we wish that we had. Yeah, it's almost cruel.
Okay, so now we're back to the coffee pot saga, and this is the final step. I just add a whole craft full of water in there and just let it run through.
I wanna kiss her, but I know for a fact that she's
As you can see, my Yeti mop and vac is sitting right over there in the left-hand corner of the screen. I still use that every single day. I love it. However, I do occasionally go and use my handheld vacuum to vacuum up things if I just need it done more quickly, because obviously it's going to take some time for the vacuum mop to get this done. So I'm going to go ahead and get it done really quickly. I won't run him tonight since I'm doing his job for him. Give him the night off. Isn't that nice of me? Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to vacuum everything, and then we will get started on those gifts.
the way she's moving makes them want it so bad. Gets the attention that we wish that we had. Yeah, it's almost cruel, 'cause I want her to. Oh yeah, I'm running in circles just to make her react. My heart is racing, yeah, I want her so bad. I wanna kiss her, but I know for a fact that she's way too cool. But I want her to.
I love watching Olive Grace in these clips. She just never really knows what to do with herself when I pull the vacuum out. She's not sure if she should go lay on her bed, or is Mom going to move it? Does she need to go get on the couch? No, better not do that because Mom's already cleaned it. So where do I go with this vacuum? I don't know. It's funny if you just watch her.
Taking their shot, showing all that they got, but they'll be missing the cut. I think she knows that she drives them crazy when she's looking like that. The way she's moving makes them want it so bad. Gets the attention that we wish that we had. And it's almost cruel, 'cause I want her to. Oh yeah, I'm running in circles just to make her react. My heart is racing, yeah, I want her so bad. I wanna kiss her, but I know for a fact that she's way too cool. But I want her to.
I brought in my pothos plant from the courtyard. It's getting cold outside, so she needs to come inside, but she also needs to be trimmed back. I'm thinking about propagating some of her leaves. I know a couple of my daughters have taken some clippings from it to propagate, so I think I might try propagating some of her stems and see if I can grow some other plants from her. So I'm completely done in the kitchen and the dining room. Let's go ahead and head back into the living room and we will start wrapping gifts. Okay, so here are some of the things that I'm going to be wrapping for the grandkids. Like I said, we're doing fat brain, Montessori type toys. And then I've got some drawing pads and things like that for some of the older kids. Anyways, and then for our adult kids, we get them all the same gift. And the last few years, we've been getting them Le Creuset. This year, I got the grill, the frying grill, I guess is what you call it. I don't know. And we always get it in white. And we just add to their collection each year. I think this is our third or fourth year. I think this is our third year doing this for them. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my wrapping paper out. This is the wrap that I chose for this year. I like to do a color theme to kind of match my theme in the house. So I went with greens and blacks, whites, no color. There's no reds or anything like that. So I think it's just greens, blacks, whites. And that's about it. Anyways, it ends up looking really nice underneath the tree. Now I will say that my husband would like to have some red next year. He did tell me it doesn't feel like Christmas without reds. So the last 2 years, I think this is my second year, I've gone with the green theme, the darker theme. So I think that next year I might add in some reds for him. Not sure. We'll see how I feel next year. But I really, really am enjoying the colors that I've got going on this year. They are much more calming to me. I knew it was going to be a busy year because of what happened last year, if you remember that. I will link the video for you at the end of this video so you can go see. But it was a disappointment. I put too much on myself. I decorated too much. I cooked too much. I did too much last year. So this year I just wanted to give myself a break and find a way to make it a little more peaceful for myself. So anyways, that's why I went with this color scheme. I just wanted something more calm. And it is that. And I really like that I've already gotten all my Christmas gifts bought. And now when I come home, pretty much everything will be wrapped, except for the gifts that are coming in while I'm here in Hawaii. But so I don't have a whole lot to do other than focus on the party. So I'm going to be focusing on the appetizers. I've already made a list of what I'm going to be making. And then I've got the girls bringing appetizers also. And then we're going to have desserts. And I bought some plates because I'm not going to use my glass plates. I'm going to make it even easier and just use some cute plastic plates or paper plates. And then everybody can throw them away. So seriously, I'm really trimming back this year in comparison to the years past. I just took on too much, and being that I now have 17 grandkids, it's a lot, as you can imagine. If you remember last year, we also did the pancake and pajama party. So right before our Christmas party that we hold for over 30 people, I also did a pancake and pajama party for all the grandkids. So they all came over. I had matching pajamas for everybody. We did gingerbread houses. We did other arts and crafts. We had pancakes. And then we also went swimming in the pool. So it was a lot. I have good memories of it, but I also have, some memories of being a little frazzled. And I don't want to be that this year. I want to be present with my grandkids. I want to enjoy this time with my kids. I want to sit and have conversations with everybody and not be stuck in the kitchen. And I'm hoping that this is the answer for me. We'll see. If not, we'll readjust again next year. But so far, it's working out really well for me. I'm so thankful that my husband got this vacation for us, and he did it last year. He planned this vacation, so I guess he knew Mom's going to need a little bit of a vacation before she does another Christmas party. But anyways, I appreciate it because it's relaxing me a lot before the big week of getting ready for the Christmas party. So anyways, all right, let's continue wrapping. And then I'll show you the final pictures of underneath the Christmas tree with all the Christmas gifts. It looks so pretty.
What a feeling, now it's time for Christmas. And Christmas is my favorite.
Now, I don't add my bows or ribbons or anything like that until after I get all of my Christmas wrapping done, and then I set them where I want them underneath the tree. That's when I choose where I'm going to be putting the bows and the ribbon and things like that. So for this year, I bought a bow or a ribbon and bows that are kind of like the cognac color, like a warm wood color. Like I showed you in my Christmas tree, I have the ornaments that are the warm wood ornaments. So I wanted to bring that down towards the ground, and that's a lot of the bows. I am adding a lot of that. I also have some white bows, and I did not get black bows because I thought that was a little weird. And the green did not match the green that I have in my tree. I wanted the really dark green. They have more of a light green right now, so I think I just have white, that cognac brown, and I think that's it for this year. So anyways, I'll be putting those on after I get back from Hawaii and after I have all my gifts wrapped in underneath the tree. Then I'll add all those bows, and that really just brings the pop of color underneath the tree.
Have a merry holiday. What a feeling, now it's time for Christmas. And Christmas is my favorite time of year. It's beginning to look like all my wishes are coming true, that's why I cheer. I've been busy decking the halls, I've been kind to big and small, and now it's time to have a merry holiday. What a feeling when it's time for Christmas. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. Let's sing a carol and we'll bring it here. Let's sing a carol and...
Well, friends, we're at the end of this video and almost at the end of 2022. And I want to take this time to tell each and every one of you how much you really mean to me. I started this channel in a very difficult time in our country, and I was hoping that it can help women reclaim the peace in their homes by building routines. I hope that I've accomplished that for you in 2022, and I can't wait to share with you the things that I have planned for 2023. I'll see you again in next Sunday's video. Until then, stay blessed, my friends.
Here.